Hi, and welcome to my channel where I love to do all types of DIYs, everything from home updating projects to budget-friendly DIY home decor. If these are things you're interested in, then I hope you will consider hitting that subscribe button and become part of my DIY family.
Alright, so I picked this planner up at Thrift store. I got 25% off of $12.50, and I thought for this size planner that was a very good price. But I'm not crazy about the texture on it, so I am going to try and make it have a different look. There are so many different ways that I came up with to do this, but I'm going to stick with spackling it, and I figured that would give it a lot more texture.
I'm going to start by using some Simply Green to clean it up.
That's disgusting.
And I'm just going to give it a good wipe down all over, and then I'm just going to take some water and wipe that cleaner right back off.
Alright, I'm just going to set this aside to dry. Alright, so I'm just going to use some spackling and hope I have enough, because this is only half full.
And I'm just going to smooth that spackling down on all four sides, excluding the top and the bottom. And this stuff goes on very easy. And I did end up running out of spackle and had to use just a very little bit out of a new container. So it really did not take much at all.
Alright, the spackle's all dry. Looks really weird. There was a lot of bleed through, but thank goodness I'll be using a darker paint color so I don't have to worry about covering it up. I'm not going to sand this off because I want it rough. And I'm going to be using the all-in-one Heirloom Traditions paint in the color Iron Gate. And this is supposed to be durable for outside as well, so that's one of the reasons I decided to use it. And I just kind of figured I'd have more control of it versus using a spray paint. Okay, I'm gonna let that coat dry. So this is dry. And I did go ahead and just use some spray paint to spray the inside, just to disguise that redness that it was originally. So I want a little bit more depth. I'm gonna go ahead and take some brown chalk paint. This is Truffle by Waverly. And I'm just gonna do a dry brush of brown in light coats. We're gonna see if we can't get that black old age pottery look. All right, I think that already looks better. Yeah, I like that. That is spot on. So that's how we're gonna leave it. I'm gonna let that dry and then we'll start putting our plants in it. Okay, so these are some palm leaves, artificial, because I will kill a plant heartbeat. So we're trying to avoid that. I got these off of TikTok, and I thought I'd go ahead and see how they looked, which I guess they look okay. You do have to assemble it, which is fine. I was hoping they'd be a little longer, but that's okay. I bought 2 packs of them, and we'll see how this goes. All right, so I'm gonna play around with that and then we'll do an after picture.
And I'm just putting some moss in there to cover that foam.
so I found this stool and I want to give it a makeover. I needed something where I could set a plant on. So I thought, hey, this is perfect. I only paid $12 for it, so figured why not? But I definitely don't like the colors. What I want to try to do is sand this down. So let's see how this makeover goes. Okay, so I've got an 80 grit sandpaper. Okay, so I've got it sanded. I still need to go back over it just a little bit more, but I'm at the point where I can go ahead and I'm gonna add some wood filler in these little cracks that I see throughout the top. To do that, I'm just gonna use the Minwax Stainable Wood Filler.
And I didn't feel like going to find my scraper, so I just used my fingers to apply this, trying to smooth it out the best I can, but it didn't really matter with that because I'm gonna go back over it with the sander anyway. And I'm just trying to get all that into all those cracks.
All right, and I'm just gonna let that dry. All right, so next I'm just gonna take a 220 fine grit sandpaper. We're gonna smooth all that down. Just gonna do a good cleaning. I'm gonna take some simple green. All right, so I just rinsed my rag off with some water, and I'm just gonna wipe it over and get that cleaner off. This is dry, and I am going to go ahead and stain, and I am going to try this one, Early American. I have never tried this stain. I had a subscriber mention that this is her go-to stain, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I am going to test it on the bottom here first, see if I like it. It's like I said, I don't know if this is, well, it might be pretty nice. Okay, I'm not liking how orange it's looking. So I am going to try and see if a color wash won't help. And then if that doesn't help, I will be painting it. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry, see what happens. Okay, so the stain is all dry And that whitewash, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at first. However, after it sat overnight, I came back into my craft room where I left it to dry, and I was prepared to try a different technique, but I actually do like it. It looks very nice in my opinion. I went ahead and I made a stencil on my Cricut machine. Actually, the cow image is in Design Space, and I just added the numbers to it. So I am going to stick this on there. And I don't know about everybody else, but I love farmhouse style. I absolutely love it. I know they say it's gone out, but I can't give it up. I love the style. And let me know in the comment section down below if you also still like the farmhouse decor, or if not, what decor do you prefer? Just let me know in the comment section. I'd really like to know. The more I know about my viewers, the better I have an idea that I'll have of what you guys like to see, and I can investigate new styles and see if I can work that into my DIYs. Now I'm trying to decide what color I want to do the stencil in. I don't want it too bright, so I may end up having to kind of sand over it a little bit. Okay, so I decided on a pink color that might be considered a little unconventional. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and use Celery Waverly Chalk Paint, and fingers crossed that I like it. I'm just going to use a stencil brush that I got from Dollar Tree, and we're going to make sure that we pounce, pounce, pounce. Like I said, I don't want it to be too vibrant, so this color I may not have to do any kind of sanding. I'm hoping not. But when I look at this wood after we whitewashed it, I see some kind of bluish tones in it, some undertones. I don't know, this is just my eyesight. But I thought that this might actually work very, very well, so we will see. Like I said, it's probably not the most conventional color choice. You know, a lot of people would do it in probably a black or gray. Gray would have been actually nice. I could have done a gray, but hopefully I like this. And if not, I can always repurpose this thing again. Nothing but a little bit of time. Now I have greens and blues just kind of scattered throughout my house. Those are my favorite colors for as far as for decorating. I just love these light greens and the bluish colors. I just love it. My front door is kind of a light bluish green color, and so I just thought bringing that color throughout the house would look pretty. And I used to be really into the dark wood colors, nothing but dark wood colors like walnut, dark walnut. I have since started to really like the lighter wood tones, but I am a mixy-matchy type of person. I will use black and gold in my decor, like in my kitchen. I will use light wood tones, white colors, and dark wood tones. I think it all blends very nicely together. I'm not really into trends. I don't think I've been into trends since I was a teenager. Maybe early 20s, I'm not really sure. I don't know. Okay, I am going to only do one coat of that because like I said, I don't want it too dark. I just want I just want you to be able to see it very subtly. So let's see how this looks. And I never wait for my paint to fully dry before I pull off my stencils. I did forget to do my numbers though. Shoot. Let's do those really quick. Glad I noticed that. All right, that's how that looks. So I am just going to go ahead and put some sealer on top of it. I'm probably going to do at least 4 coats since it is a stool. And in case I decide to put a real plant, which I doubt because I don't have a green thumb. But if I do, at least I know the water won't ruin it. That is what it looks like. And you won't really be able to see it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's different because I am putting a plant on it. You won't be able to really see it anyway, but I don't know. I kind of like it. It's different. All right, I've got this old window frame that I picked up from a thrift store. It cost me $10. Now, I don't know. Do you guys think that was too much? I kind of feel like maybe it was too much. It doesn't even have the glass in it. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments down below, did I spend too much or is $10 a good price for old window frame? And it's got some nails in it. I'm gonna go ahead and remove those. I can see a couple of them here. Okay, I'm just gonna take some Simply Green and I'm gonna clean this baby up. And even though I'm not gonna do anything to the back, I am still gonna wipe it down just because that's how I roll. And I also have, it's a 1x6, and a 1x6 actually measures 3/4 by 5.5 is what a 1x6 actually is. But that's what I've got here. And I've just had this sitting in my wood pile for a while. I did not want to buy anything new for this project, and I got lucky. I had most everything here. And what I'm doing is I am going to measure how wide this window is and then trim this piece down. And it's going to serve as a shelf. Okay, and I'm just going to take this to my miter saw and trim that down. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and give this a good sanding. All right, I'm just going to use a finer grit to get it smooth. That was an 80 grit I just used, and this one is a 220. And then I'm just going to take a wet cloth and I'm going to wipe all the sawdust off. All right, and I'm just going to set this here to dry. Okay, so I'm going to take this wood, lay it flat. My wood has a little bit of warpage to it. So I'm going to just have it to where the warpage is kind of bowing downward. This is the back of the window. And I want to join these two pieces here. And to do that, I am going to use some liquid nails and some L brackets. These are the corner brace zinc plated finish L brackets. They're a 3-inch size. Now I'm going to need 2, maybe 3. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to put one down the center or not. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting the liquid nails down here on the bottom. All right, we've got those L brackets put on, and now we have a shelf. And I think 2 should be enough support. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint it black. And I am going to be using Iron Gate by Heirloom Traditions. It is an all-in-one paint, and it is good for indoor and outdoor use. All right, I've got that painted. I didn't do full coverage. Kind of still want it to maintain its slight rustic look. So we're gonna let that dry. And I'm probably gonna let that dry overnight.